So one last thing here, we're going to talk about committing tracks. And committing tracks is a way to get a hard copy of your performance. So I've got some drums here, just a beat. It doesn't really matter what's on here. But this is MIDI. So this is MIDI sequencer data, and it's telling our expand here what to play. So here's my drum track. I'm soloing now. And again, just to review here, view, mix window views, instruments, brings up this portion right here, which is the MIDI signal routing portion. So it tells us where we want to route our MIDI information. Oftentimes, we're just routing it straight to the track below, but that's important to know if you're trying to change the routing of the MIDI. That's a little aside there, but basically our MIDI signal, our MIDI sequencer data, which is right here, is routing out here to expand 1 to our expand plugin, and our expand is making the sound, right? So this actually has an audio signal in it. So the beauty of instrument tracks is that they have an audio signal as well as MIDI sequencer data or MIDI data. It's kind of both in one. So if we were to print this out, which we'll do pretty quickly here, we'll bounce to disk, we would generate a mixdown file in audio. That doesn't always happen with MIDI because MIDI is not audio. MIDI would have to point to a track such as this instrument track to make sound. Anyhow, what is committing track? I just wanted to give you a little bit of backstory on the signal routing and all that. So committing is very simple. Committing, to say it simply, is going to turn this sound that the expand plugin's making into an audio track, an audio waveform. And why would you want to do that? There's several reasons, but I just right click on the track nameplate and go to commit. And there are some options here. So what we're doing, we're rendering a new track, and I just like to make inactive. So this will just grade this track out, make it inactive while it makes the audio track, because I don't want both of them around. I can always right click on the track again and make it active after I've done if I want to make some edits, but I'm just going to click OK, and it's just going to render the drum track to an audio file, and it's going to make this track inactive. So if I want to make it active again, I just go right click on the track nameplate, make active, and then it comes back. But I don't want to double up the signal because I got my drums right here with that, and it'll be doubling it, and it might clip. So I'm just going to keep that inactive. So I just prefer to do that. So now I'm mixing this audio here, which is exactly what we had before.